What's going on, everybody? It's me, Eman, and today we're going to review Mother. Alright, let's do a quick intro. A couple's relationship is tested when a bunch of uninvited guests arrive at their home, disrupting their rather peaceful lives. Okay, enough of that. Let's get straight to the good.
The good.
Now, one of the things that director Darren Aronofsky does really well is present a number of visual effects that just tantalize the mind. We get a lot of allegorical imagery throughout the entire film. Now, what's really cool about the imagery is that it connects the audience with the mental illusions that Jennifer Lawrence's character has. So essentially, not only do we become connected with her character, but in a sense, we also become her. Now, Mother had a very eerie tone throughout the entire film. I think a lot of that is due to the fact that there really wasn't that much music in the film, if any at all. Now, the benefit of that lack of music forces the audience to really absorb almost every single sound that you hear in the film. I have to say that that was a very successful tactic because you end up paying attention to every single house noise throughout the movie. And yet again, this was a great way to help connect audiences with Jennifer Lawrence's character because we all started getting paranoid together. Another great aspect of this film was the cinematography that was used. The director chose to blend a little bit of second and third person perspectives. So for the majority of the time, we're really exploring and discovering and viewing things as if we were right next to Jennifer Lawrence's character. That type of mixture of perspectives really helps keep us in the state of bewilderment as we never really know what the hell is right around the corner or what's gonna happen next. Speaking of which, the level of mystery in this movie continues to escalate all the way until the very end. And a lot of that mystery is really driven by some really great performances by the actors. Jennifer Lawrence's character captures almost all of the thoughts and reactions that us, the audience, are probably thinking. Javier Bardem's character only added to even more mystery because you really didn't know what his actual motives were. Now, I will say I think that one of the standout performances probably has to go to Michelle Pfeiffer. Her character constantly pushed the envelope by saying or doing really socially awkward and forward and oftentimes inappropriate things. I mean, majority of the time, whenever Pfeiffer says something, you're kind of like, wait, what did she say? And you know, it's almost impossible for you not to be at the edge of your seat during certain scenes of the movie. What I did appreciate about this film is how it drives your attention from one scene to another. While you might initially come into this movie thinking that it's about some sort of relationship drama, you'll soon realize that it's about something completely different. Okay, enough of that. Let's get on to the bad.
The bad.
Now, it would be a complete understatement if I were to say that Mother doesn't push the limits. While things do tend to escalate here and there, it's not until the very end that this movie goes from 0 to 100. No, not 100, 1,000. No, not even 1,000.
It's over 9,000!
The problem lies in what some would probably deem as obscene visual content. I mean, we have a scene in there where there's sexual assault and battery that happens, and that's definitely going to make audiences uncomfortable. I mean, it's one thing to heavily imply it in a film, but it's another thing to actually show it and for a prolonged period of time. And if that wasn't enough, Aronofsky takes this to a whole nother limit by crossing yet another line. Let's just say that he's probably gonna rub some parental and religious groups the wrong way, especially for a very particular scene. Obviously, I'm not gonna spoil it for you, but it is a scene that I would say if you've ever had children, you probably just don't need to subject your mind to seeing this. Now, beyond that, this movie is very multi-layered and open-ended. Now, the reason why I'm listing that as a bad is because while Mother does get points for being original, it's also going to be subject to disappointing a lot of people who are looking for some sort of closure or resolution within the film. I mean, this story does not follow any type of conventional movie format. I suspect because of the outrageous scenes that you're gonna see, some people might not even stay to finish the movie. And in my opinion, if you have a film that is so extreme that it's causing people to like either stop paying attention or literally get up and walk out, it kind of defeats the purpose of making the movie because no one gets to see your actual vision. Anyway, enough of that, let's get on to the reason.
The reason.
I have to admit, out of all the movies I've ever had to critique or review, Mother is probably one of the most difficult ones to really wrap my mind around and explain. I mean, like, people have asked me, like, what is this movie about? and I don't know what to tell them, because even if I told them the synopsis of the movie, it doesn't really explain it. Even the trailer, which I really appreciated for not giving too much away, that doesn't do you very much good either. The trailer probably gives you maybe 20% of what this movie is actually about, and that's just because there are so many working themes in this movie. Mother is the type of movie that's gonna have you saying, "What the f?" about like 10 to 20 times throughout watching the film. Here's the craziest thing. If you happen to go online and try and search for some theories or some sort of explanations of what Mother is all about, they're probably all correct. So when it comes to the rating for Mother, I've got to give it an 8 out of 10. I think Mother is gonna be one of those type of movies that movie purists, critics, and other people within the movie industry are just gonna drool all over. As I said before, without question, it's a very original movie. It's very different. If I had to take a stab at trying to describe this movie for someone, Mother is the type of movie that you would probably get if Pablo Picasso were a filmmaker. It's a disturbing movie that's insanely brilliant. I would venture to say that this movie is not for the general public or for casual movie fans. I mean, this movie is gonna piss some people off. It's also gonna confuse others. Either way, if you do decide to go see Mother, just know that there is no amount of prep time to prepare you for what you're about to see. Well, that's all I got. Thank you very much for joining me. Did you happen to go see Mother? What did you think about it? Are you more interested in watching it after seeing this review? If you have seen it, let me know what you thought about it in the comments below. If you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel or like my page. And if you enjoyed this review, please don't forget to like, comment, and share it with your friends. If you want to stay connected with me, please come and join the 33,000 fans on my Facebook fan page. I've got more reviews to do for you all, and until next time, I'll see you later.